Hey guys, wanted to show you a good passing drill that we use a lot. We call this partner passing. And then if you stick around towards the end of the video, we're going to show you how we add some movement to this drill. It's going to make it a little bit more challenging for the players and their passes. So obviously the players are going to have a partner in this drill. Each player does need a basketball. You're going to line up about 8 to 10 feet across from each other. We use just the free throw line extended as our kind of guidelines for lining up. But again, you could use the entire floor or other areas of the court. They just need about 8 to 10 feet of space. They're going to line up across from each other. They're going to go through a sequence of passes. Now, we try to make this drill competitive, so we like to go to a certain number of passes. Here in this video, we go to 20. So you really want the players to count out their passes, and it just makes it a little bit more effective if there's a challenge or competition to the drill where they're competing against other groups. So we're going to go to 20 passes here. Now here we're going to start with right-handed bounce passes. And as you see, as they start getting going, really good to force them to catch the ball and then get into their next pass. We really try to tell our players to step as they pass and try to make it game-like. They should be counting out loud, and again, that added layer of competition I just think makes the teams and the kids go a little bit faster and more game-like. So kind of keep track of winners and you know, maybe have a consequence at the end if you haven't won any of these drills, or maybe the group that wins the most different sequences can, you know, not run a sprint or something like that. But that added layer of competition is going to help. So we will then switch over to left hand. So then, you know, went from right hand bounce pass to left hand bounce pass. And I'm explaining that your bounce pass shouldn't be halfway across. It should be about 3/4 of the way across. That's going to be a more effective bounce pass. Halfway, it just kind of slows down the pass, doesn't quite get there for the the receiver. The next pass we will do will be a right-handed chest pass. Again, this is a good sequence because they can't just throw a straight direct line pass to the player. They have to step around or kind of wrap around with their right hand as they're catching it. So it's a little bit more challenging than just throwing passes back and forth. And again, should go pretty quick. Then I really like the left-handed chest pass because again, you're forcing players that might be more right-handed dominant. They have to use their left hand as they're making these passes. So again, it's just that little extra layer of challenge and hand-eye coordination to throw the pass and catch a pass right after you throw it. So again, can be challenging the quicker they go. This is one of the best passing drills that you can do for young players because it forces them to throw left-handed passes. And you see a lot of little kids that, again, they just cannot use their weak hand, or they always have to throw with their right hand or right hand dominant, and that's natural. So again, it's a good way to work on their hand-eye coordination. Not only are they throwing passes, but then right away they're forced to catch a pass. So really good. I mean, we'll use this all the way down to younger kids, you know, 3rd through 6th grade. Now this is probably my favorite sequence where one player is throwing a bounce pass while the other player is throwing a chest pass. And it might look easy, but it's quite challenging from kind of a hand-eye coordination perspective because you are throwing a pass, you know, maybe you're throwing it low and then your eyes and hands have to react and look up, or vice versa. You're throwing a chest pass and then you have a bounce pass coming towards you. So again, really forces a challenge on that hand-eye coordination, and you see guys fumbling the ball and that kind of thing. So we really like this version of the passing drill because it's just that added layer. Anytime you can make things a little bit more challenging, it's going to help your players. Now this is where you can get creative. And again, any coach or player that's watching this video, I highly encourage you to take these drills and adapt them to your personnel or your players, or make them as challenging as you want. We add dribbles to this now where they have to catch it, make a double crossover, and then catch that pass with one hand. So again, it's just a little challenge, and I've seen guys do between the legs here, behind the back. Again, you can adapt these drills and to put your own little spin on them. I highly encourage you. Again, this is not one size fits all. I've seen NBA players and I've seen, you know, personal trainers really add different layers of ball handling to this, which I like. So again, we're just showing you the crossover version of this, but feel free to change it up, and add different varieties. And as your players get better at it, make it more challenging. Now, if you stuck around this long, I promised you we'd show you how we add movement to this drill. So again, partners are now going to line up on the baseline, and now we're going to add movement. So we force one player to throw a bounce pass while the other player is throwing a chest pass on the move. So again, the player needs to lead him a little bit. It needs to be out in front a little bit as he's moving. But again, this is quite a challenge. It's really good for players. It forces them to move. It forces them to, again, throw good passes that are leading the player. And again, it may look easy, but it is quite a challenge, especially for younger players. If you're doing this with, a younger group, maybe junior high or 3rd through 6th grade groups, it can be a challenge. It's sometimes a challenge for our high school players, but we really like it because it adds a layer, it adds movement. And again, it's really going to challenge their hand-eye coordination. And like I said, adapt these drills to best suit your team or your coaching style. I've seen some coaches at the end of this sequence maybe add layups or some type of scoring within the drill, or a jump shot, or again, add your own layers. But again, I hope you like this drill. I hope it's something that you can implement in your practice or your training sessions. And if you like this and want more basketball content, please like and subscribe.